Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy and we are continuing to build our Magic House by Cute Room. Let's see how much we can get done today. I'm hoping, cross fingers, we can finish it. I'm not 100% positive, but on our last build we did our little chair here. This is so adorable. I'm loving that hat. And then even the cauldron has grown on me. And I think the little screw legs are kind of ingenious. So we've got those to build. I am going to sit them off to the side just so I don't knock anything over and break them. We have our rooftop garden. We're going to finish up. We have one, it'll sit there. We have one more thing to make. We have a couple barrels we need to make. And then we'll start placing stuff. So we'll place our little we have a little suitcase pre-made and our little owl pre-made, which the owl's going to sit on one of the barrels that we're going to make now. So let's jump in, let's get those made and then placed. They're going in the downstairs rooms, downstairs on the right and the courtyard. Okay, and then we're going to wire our lights. Okay, and then and only then I'm going to decide if I want to add more, if I want to make some like potion bottles and scatter around. Just from the look of it, it's not a whole lot of materials on the bottom courtyard, and I'll admit I kind of like that messy, a whole bunch of stuff in them look, because all of my previous magic houses have had that jumbled look. But I want to do the lighting first, because sometimes with the right placement of lights, it can change the look of your pieces. So let's jump in. Let's do our barrels. We need B1-54. These are going to wrap around them. B1-53. These are the tops and bottoms of them. And then we have B153, that's 55. 53, we're going to cut these 6 out. And that leaves us just the one last one, B135. Now, I think I missed where it goes. We're going to have to backtrack that and find where that goes. So let's cut these out real quick. These 6 lines. So yeah, at first I thought, no, I won't do this tonight. It's about 10:45 at night. I finished my movie. Finished an episode of Medium. I'm almost done on the last season of that, about halfway through. And then I thought, well, I'll just turn on some, YouTube or something and get some sleep. But this thing just... it was almost like it was yelling at me from my desk. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get this finished. So, before I got real tired, I thought, well, let's just go ahead and see if we can get it finished up. Now, I do have a couple of little spots here to trim up, a little bit of white on them. Okay. Remember, you can do this with scissors. If you do it with a blade, you can use a ruler if you would like to give you the straight guideline. I have a tendency to not cut straight with scissors, and the ruler is just irritating to me. Although I do use it from time to time, but I just take my time, hold my paper tight, and just kind of go in little increments. And trim up if I miss something. I went in a little bit on that one, so we've got a little thin spot, but that's and again, it's you know, what you're comfortable with. Do you need those perfect exact lines? I'm okay if not every one of them is perfectly exact, because it takes me less time to cut this way. It takes me more time to line it up with the ruler, and then I get nervous that I've messed it up. So it's all about what you're comfortable with. Oh, and I apologize. The last two videos, so usually I turn them, because when I record them they're sideways, and then I flip them around so that my right is your right and my left is your left. And usually I do that right after I'm done recording so I don't forget. And so I see, I mean, I don't see the whole video, but I see the picture, and I didn't do that 2 videos ago. I was busy. It finished saving the changes, and I wasn't by my phone. So then when it came time to do the next video, I just opened my camera and started shooting. So after my last video, I then went in to make the changes and realized that I think I had tried to clean my lens, because my camera said, you know, hey, clean your lens for better. And I think I got a little bit of lint on it, or smear or something. It looked kind of like foggy almost. So I don't know exactly what it is. This one looks better, so I do apologize. I cleaned it again. Do apologize for that. I didn't even notice it. Okay, so all right, our 6 bands here. Now I am going to kind of, not enough. These are, well, that is a big overlap. Big overlap. So if you need something to bend like completely in a circle, before you glue it down, if you give it a little bit of a, like this, it doesn't have to be completely bent, but just a little bit of a bend in it. It has a tendency to want to stay with the glue better. On smaller pieces, I'll use like my X-Acto blade or something to just kind of help it have that little bit of an arc in it. Okay, so these are very slick, like it's varnished almost wood, so I don't know how the super glue will stick to this. So I think, and also that is like too tall, because we're gonna put a top and a bottom on that are also way too big. Why can these people not make their own measurements? Why can they not do correct measurements? I mean, that is like way, way, way extra on the side there. Oop, shaking you, sorry. So we're gonna have to trim these up a bit. And I think if I get them on, put them on and then trim them on these, it's gonna make it difficult. Because that's quite a bit. Let's see how that fits. Much, much better. Yes, much, much better. Okay, so actually let's then I only cut through like half of it, I guess. Whoop, off-roading. There we go. Okay. So I think I'm going to put a bit of Aleene's on the bead itself. Now it doesn't have to go like completely solid around it. That would be overkill. Not just over glue, that'd be overkill. I'm going to put some streaks around it. And then I think I'm going to try, because this is also like that slick paper that the super glue seems to take forever. Let's see what we can get done here. Now I'm just going to super glue the start and the end because we'll let that Aleene's take over. Now it is going to overlap, so you're going to need some more glue on the front of the paper. One more line of glue, and then the super glue on the end. Other than gluing my finger. Yeah, turned out pretty good. So let's just repeat that on this one. And you may not even need the glue around it, maybe just at the start and end if you want. I just didn't want that paper to lift, kind of like in the center of the circling, you know, halfway around. I didn't want it to try to lift. That's why I put a little bit of the glue all the way around. Stay down. And finish it up here, same way we finished the other one. we go. Okay. Now let's put our tops and bottoms on. Move strings. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and center it. And then I will cut around because there's a lot of excess. So same as before, I'm going to put the aliens on the bead. And then not directly in the center because there's a hole, but not all the way out to the edge because we're going to cut a lot of that off. Bit of super glue. And again, it doesn't have to be centered because we're going to cut all the way around. And we are going to put one of these at the top and bottom and one in the center. I just don't want you moving. And I am cutting it just in small increments instead of a full circle, just to make it easier so that I'm not putting too much pressure on this paper that's still drying on the bead. So make sure you don't leave any ragged ends, pointed ends. Same thing on the other side. You can tell I got excuse me, I got a little bit of that paper pulled right there, but we're going to put that black band, so that's okay. All right, now let's do top and bottom of our other one. It doesn't actually say like to trim, but it shows that it fits like perfect and that black band goes right on the edge. So if you have this over the edge, how are you supposed to get that black band flat? So even though it did not say, you know, trim to size, it only made sense that you do. And our last side. Okay. Now I'm just going to I have a feeling these black, excuse me, oh, my lungs are not happy tonight. It's cold and my lungs do not like the cold. I have a feeling these are going to overlap like the wood did. So I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go the same way as the paper. But I'm just going to run a bead right around the top. I'll put just a touch on that end. And then just lay it down all the way around. I'm trying to keep it as close to that top edge as I can. And then when we get back to where we started, just layer right back over the top. I have to put the super glue down because I forgot to put the A-leans on the edge, which I shouldn't have done. Sorry, I'm mumbling, I know. I'm sorry. When my lungs hurt, my voice gets a little cracky. Okay. So I'm just making sure that it's up level with the top as much as possible. Whoop. There we go on that. And okay, so you can see the edges of the white paper, and I don't like that. So let me try something. Yeah, much better. I've done this a few times before. I mean, it doesn't get every full, 100% bit of white, but it does look much better compared to all that white that was there before. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom. So same thing on the bottom. Keep putting my finger on the opposite sides to get in the glue. Just wrap it right around. So this time I'm actually going to put, no. I'm going to put it on the bottom still. But put that little dab of super glue on the top. Looks good. And some of this white might be glue too, so it might not be as prevalent when all the glue is dry, but all right, now we're going to just kind of eyeball the center. Pretty close. So I'll tell you why I'm going the same way as the paper. I don't know if I told you this. So where the seam of the paper is, you know, because we overlapped it, they did not butt up against each other. One is a little bit taller, so I'm putting this piece right in level with that top part of that paper from the last round. And it kind of gives it a flat starting spot. And then just wrap it around. Don't be lifting up. There we go. Stay down. All right, there we have our little barrel. And now it's a little time consuming if you want. You don't, maybe you don't like the black lines. I like them. I think it kind of just completes them. So it is a little bit of time, but I'm going to go ahead and finish the second one. Feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch me do the same 3 black lines again. I get it. I understand. I know. Ooh, where are you going? You know what? I forgot super glue on this end, didn't I? Yes, I did, and that's why it's giving me trouble staying down right away. I mean, it will stay down. The A-Leans will get tacky enough and it'll hold it, but that super glue just kind of gives it that almost instant stay down power. And that's the stay down power of the super glue. It's already down. Just gonna make sure I'm butted up against the top. Good. Okay. Excuse me, and we will do the other side. Now let's not forget, I'm just scraping all that extra super glue off my fingers. Our little dot of super glue here this time around. Okay, why are you not cooperating? I did it again. Whoop. Oh, come on. I put super glue on you. Stay down. A little bit of marker. And then just the center one left. Whoop, went a little low. Whoops there. Wow. And our sixth and final black stripe. A little bit of super glue. A little bit of super glue in my life. I don't know why that popped in my head. And just laid her down all the way around. last little tail here. Okay, and then we're going to I think our first barrel is the best one, and one's going to be on its side, and this one is a little wonky. So we're going to take the first one we did. I'm going to put those seams where they ended and where it started in the back. So here's our front. Looks good, and we're going to put our owl on the top. Now he's like a super hard plastic. He's kind of like what the sorting hat was, or the witch's hat was. Wasn't a sorting hat, sorry. Just like this isn't Hedwig, you know. But it's that very heavy plastic, so we're going to use the combination of the two glues. And then just let them sit, okay? So now, I'm going to dump my mat here so I don't get all these little bits everywhere. Now. So up front here is going to go our owl, our barrel on the side, and our suitcase next to it. That's the little layout for here. So I think I'm going to do the same glue technique. Because this also is the same as the owl in the hat, the little suitcase that I have here, which is honestly heavier than the owl. So I think I'm going to do the same glue. Whoops. Put a little bit of that super glue on, and then oh, why are you not holding down? Oh. That glue didn't even touch. Why? Huh. It's like the edges are a little bit, it's not, yeah, it's kind of concave a little bit. So I guess the center's not going to be touching anything. I guess it's just around the edges. Excuse me. Which is honestly kind of weird. It's almost like when it was casted, it had a little lip on it almost. Yeah, and that glue touched there. Some of it. Now our first barrel standing up. Where do I want it? I want it. There we go. And this one's going to sit to the side. So because of these, let me see something. Nope, it's only going to touch on the black areas, the black pieces, because it is raised. So let's give that a second before I tilt it to show you. Now, our little chair is going, where's our chair going? So over on this side, we have this opening over here. Hey, no suitcase, you gotta stay where I put you. So the chair's gotta go. Oh, please tell me I didn't break it all over. No, we're good. So we're just going to use the A-lanes. I'm going to put it on the bottom of the 4 chair posts, the 4 legs, and the broom. And then it's kind of getting set in a bit, a little ways. Now we can't let that broom go off the edge, so we got to place it correctly. There we go. And the little cauldron. Now, because the broom is probably out a little more than, oh no, wait, I put the broom backwards. If we put the broom, okay, time out, redo. Redo. The problem was this wasn't far enough back, but if we put that broom coming out of the corner, we have more room there. There we go. And then our cauldron has the 4 little screws on it. And it's going to kind of just sit on the edge of this opening. Now I obviously cannot tip that right now because those 4 little points of those screws and the chair are never going to hold for a bit. So we got to let it just sit. I will show you, tilt it and show you in a minute. But till then, let's turn it around. Let's wire these together. Now we have the wires coming off the top, at the middle, and at the bottom. Now, these are going to be tight fit, this bottom one. But let's see what we can do. Now I did get my electrical tape out. I just used the skinny electrical tape. It'd probably tell me, to use those extra little white pieces of the sticker, but I don't want to. So I have learned, cut some of your electrical tape beforehand. When you're holding wires together and you've got to cut a piece of tape, it's not always that easy. And then I just stick a corner on the edge of my desk. All right, so now, again, I wish I could tilt this for you, but I'm scared to tilt it. Did one of our sticks come out? Yeah, one of our sticks already came out. Alrighty, of our cauldron here. Well, we're just gonna stick it back in. Okay, so now the 2 sets that are just metal, I don't think it matters which one goes to which one. Just as long as they connect. Oh, those are not going to connect. Oh, can I connect those? Oh, Trying to hold it when it's so tight and twist. I don't know, let's try. Oof, 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 this is just trying to process and trying to think through how I can. So maybe if I put one onto the white and the gray from the top. So when you open up or take off the little ends from the white and gray, you get the little copper end wires. Now I'm going to take the ones from the center and I'm just going to twist them together, twist it around that metal. I guess I've never wired these ones before. The ones I've wired all have the gray and white ends, so I've never done it with just metal end. Oh, wow, did you see that shoot off? Maybe I should get some more copper out. Okay, now let's try to pull it in and get one of these from down below to wrap around with it also. Oh, but that's not one from below, that's the other middle one. Here's one from below. Oh, that is, wow. Okay, maybe. Now, gray goes to, I always forget. Let me see. Do. Sorry, I'm trying to follow their wiring to make sure I'm doing it right. B8, B9, and B10. Yeah, they all go together there. And it goes the gray with the black. Okay. So we just wired up the gray. Let me get my batteries too, because I hate trying to maneuver this when it's wired already. I need AAA. Gray goes to black, so let's take our black cover off and you get the silver edging. Let's connect those, twist them all around each other, and then now generally, okay, I'll tell you, generally I don't like to just wire, or I don't like to tape just the wires that have spiraled out. I like to fold them back on the, so instead of like taping the wires out like this. I like to fold them back and then tape along with the plastic coating. But I don't know if I can on this one. It's so dang tight. So I'm just going to, I'm just gonna tape on the best that I can, because this is crazy. And I'll tell you, electrical tape does not stick to wire. I thought that when I first started using it. It sticks to itself though. Sticks to itself very good, so you've got to get it around at least once. And then it'll stay pretty good. Okay. Well, a little sweaty, guys. I'll admit. That made me nervous. So now let's just do the same thing with the white here. Get that copper around that bare metal. That's not the way to do it. It's almost like you have to grab the copper and move it around. You can't just twist. You've got to move the copper around that piece of metal wire. Once you get started, it's much easier, but you just got to get a couple rounds of it going. All right, and now down here, get this wire. To go around. Oh, it is like, I didn't. I think oh no, it did it? Nope. It only went once, and that's not enough to. Okay, I think I got it there. Now let's take the red wire. Oh, we have power, guys. Let me turn this off. It's only 12 volt. It's not a big shock, but I've gotten a little bit of a shock before. And if it's just a little, because you touch it, boom, no biggie. But when you're trying to hold the wires, it's not. Let me just say, it's just a very low-key, like, zzz, but it's just like, yeah, I feel it. Like, let's not continue to do that over and over again, you know? Not the smartest thing to do. And we're just going to tape. Now, this set of wires, this is, I won't say it's my worst tape job, but it is not one of my greatest tape jobs. So now there's a little cavity this is going to just sit into. First, let's see if we've got all of our lights. Yes, we do. Now, can I tilt you without you battery pack. Okay. We've got our light back here. We've got our light back here. We've got our 3 inlet lights, 4 inlet lights there. We've got 2 up here. That's gorgeous. We've got our chandelier. So now you can see, can you see the little owl section? And then over here we have the cauldron and the chair in the background. Okay, so now we've got to make a little, they are going to be nice and give us a little door so that we don't keep, oh, and our magic sign, I almost forgot. Look at the little magic sign light up here in the corner. That's cute. Okay, they're going to let us have a little door here so that, okay, so what do I need? I need A23.2 and A23.3 from A4. 23.2. 23. Oh, this is 22.2, this is 22. I hate their numbering. Yeah, I should have cut that out. I just literally busted that out of there. Sorry, shaking ya. We gotta find out what that goes to. Where does... All right, we're going to... Oh, we actually have slots for this one. Okay, nice. Although they're not tight, so we're just gonna... give them a bit of glue on the sides. Then we can do a little bit of super glue on the down pieces. So just slide, oh. So if the lip is facing me, we want the hole on the left. And then put the switch of the battery box towards A23 and stick. Tidy up the power wires and then push A23.2 in. Okay, so it just sits in there. So, oh. So we're, how the on-off is here. We're just gonna set that like this. Oh no, no, no. I just turned off my lights. I just pulled my black wire loose. Dang it. I knew it wasn't a good tape job. I knew that one was going to come back and bite me. It's just because I pulled it. If I hadn't pulled it, this box out, it wouldn't have done that. But my fault. It's okay. We'll just wire it, bring it, twist it back together. There you have another piece of tape. Okay, we're good again. So, where this hole is, we're going to put our on and off, just set it there. It says to stick it, but I do not like to stick the compartments onto the wood, because if you need to change batteries later, you're going to have to deal with this whole thing and not just the battery pack. So we are going to, now it has a little inlet here for the wires. Oh gosh. Now I'll admit I do not turn mine all on and off very often, mostly because I don't want to be changing batteries in these things. And no, how you can't go in there with those wires like that. So that's a rip. Wow, really? So what happens is those red and black wires. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, I have one of these, like more of a drawer than just a shelf, that I don't use because it sucks. So when you put this in here, see, that's already hanging off. So you've got to push it up, and that's the full length of the insert. Now, what do you do with these? These can't go flat. So, oh, my other tape fell off. So we're not using that. I will keep it with the set. Like I said, I have one that has a drawer that I don't use. It sits next to it. And I will just tuck all these. Yeah, that's ridiculous. They made it the exact size there. Okay. So nobody really truly looks at the back, but there is our back. It is a bit messy. It is not the messiest I've ever had. I will be 100% honest with you. I have some that are so bad, I'm like, ugh. I'm just trying to see if maybe you would want to scooch up a little bit. Let me slide this underneath you. The other bad thing is that box for our shelf on the inside. So it can't, I wanted it to sit like diagonal. It can't because that shelf is in there. Or that little box that makes the shelf. Forget it. Nope, I'm not fighting with that. I'm just not. So here we go. So we have our garden top, our little book section over here. Come down the stairs. We've got, try to make sure you see everything here. The cauldron, the chair with a little chandelier up there. We've got our magic ball in the center and stained glass mirror and, or stained glass window and clock. And then down here, downstairs, we have the chemistry table and all that. And our owls. And then up top, we have another little table. So my one question is, okay, where does these two go? So this is A21, I think. Let me just peruse the book, see what I missed. I missed it somewhere, I'm sure. It's probably just a little line with the A21. Or A20, no, A22 was in the center. A20, I think it's A21. Let me... Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. That was 820. 834. Nope, that's didn't go there. Oh. Okay, I know where it goes now. It's an easy fix. It goes on the back. Hey, you know what? We only ended up with one extra piece of wood and one extra sticker. That's good. Sometimes I end up with a whole section of a build. And it's like a full, I think I've had like a full table that I've missed before. You know, full chair, like. So yeah, it happens. It happens. Don't worry, just walk back through and find where you missed it at. That's all. It just cracked it. This did it, not me. Sheesh. I still can't get it out. Oh my God. That one's done. Now I did start to crack it right here. Yep. We're going to put a little bit of super glue on there. It didn't go all the way through. More of a bend, but with a little separation. Now on the back, oh crud. Supposed to go here, but I've got vines in the way. Oh, just connected at the bases. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We got it, we got it. So I'm just going to put aliens on. Now this one does have a front and a back because it's got the decorative side up front. Make sure you don't put the glue on that side. I know I'm totally off screen, but I'm kind of, I'm limited on my workspace right now. I'm literally just putting glue onto the back of this piece of wood. And then we're going to stick some super glue on the edges of the bottom there. Come on, vine, out of my way. Oh, you've got to get up on the right ledge for you to work. Okay, and then we're just going to pop those bottoms of those vines back down, just like nothing happened. No, we didn't want to go that far. Oh, glued too high, or too low, I mean. There we go. Okay, so it's just a simple little arch over the back of that. No biggie. But now where does B135 go? It's our last piece of paper. B135. B135. Give me just a second. Where do you go? B135. B134. I'm not B130. I'm not finding it. I mean, I'm sure it's in here. I just not. It's probably just literally just on wherever it's supposed to be on, and then there's just a little line with the number B135. And if I miss that little number, that little line, B135. I'm about ready to call it, you guys. I don't. Oh, B135. Okay, I found it. Yeah, I was right. It goes on the second flooring edge, just like how. Come here. How this one went up here. B136 went up here. This one just goes right here on the second, in the center. So we will. Actually, I'm just going to put some glue on here on the paper. And then stick my fingers in it immediately. Yeah. Okay, go where I tell you. Just trying to smooth it down. I got a little bit of an air bubble. I'm just trying to run it down to the end. There, I think we're good there. All right, now there's that coverage there. It's a little bit darker, but there's coverage there. Now we don't have one for here. I don't know. I'm I'm out of stuff. I'm out of everything. So here is the final product of the Magic House by Cute Room. Now I like it, but my only concern is, you see how this side of it is like full of stuff, stuff. They have a table on each level that's just packed with stuff. And then we get to this side and it's like, well, sorry, this side in here, And it's like, eh, eh. You know, I mean, yeah, we have our little, how can I get you to see that? We have our little shelves there that have stuff on it. Just, okay, deciding fact, what do we have left? Do we have anything left in here? We have one green bean and one of those I know we're like past our hour, but I'm just thinking. So we have basically we could build one potion bottle. No, you lose the bead if you put that on there. Okay, I could do the green with one of those on there. That's a bottle because we've made that exact one before. What would that be if I put that on there? Or what if I put some of these little purple and yellow things in there? Okay, so, whoops. Or what if I made a little, no. Okay, let me, thinking hats on. I think I'm gonna just put some glue in this. And this is where you can go, I'm good, and you can be done. You do not have to put anything extra. I just feel like something's missing on that right side, like next to the, like I'm just gonna put them on the ground next to the cauldron, you know what I mean? Let go. I'm just gonna take like, trying to see what I want here. I was thinking like individual bulbs, but I don't have that much patience left for this. So what if we just put a couple of little clumps in here? Come on, go in there. There you go. Nope, stay. Kind of looks like a little grape bowl, honestly. I'll be honest, it kind of does. And I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's just there. Like, I'm not naming it. I'm not saying this is this. It just is. Oh, really? And you know, so not only is this where you can say, yeah, I'm done, but this is also where you can say, I want more and more and more. And you can really just get lost in playing around with it. So I'm going to call that good. And then I'm going to pull off one of whoop. We're almost done. I promise, guys, we're almost done. Okay, now over here, I'm seriously just going to put one right here and one right here. I'm just going to put them almost like whoever had been there had been working at the cauldron, and then whatever happened, they got called away, or whatever caused the demise of this house. And they just set them down on the floor next to where they were working, you know, and they just stayed from there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on now. I think that's a little too close. You can't really see it. It's a little lost. So let's slide you over. And then I'm going to put this more like kind of next to the chair. Like I said, I don't even know what it is. It's just something. Oh. And they kind of look ridiculous. Oh, you know what? They look ridiculous. If I had a whole bunch of them, they'd look great. But guess what? Nope. They look so out of place. What if we put this little, since we made the bottle, right? We might as well use the little bottle. Whoop. What if we put it up here on the a little book? Really? Yeah, it just gives it something else. I don't even know what that was. That was just silly. Silly, silly, silly. So. Just clean that out because I will keep that little metal for my stash. They do good on chandeliers. So, yep, I'm not going to add any more. So yeah, they just looked a little crazy. I think if I wanted to spend, like if I was giving this to somebody or selling it maybe, which maybe happens down the line, I don't know. And maybe I do it at that time. But I would make like a dozen little bottles, like all different shapes, sizes, and colors, you know? And then I would put a big section here with the cauldron, or, you know, maybe inside the steps here, or down next to here, maybe up at the corner of the stairs. I would do it like that, but just to have one down there made no sense. But since we made it, we'll just stick it on the book. That's fine. Waste not, you know. All right, so what do you guys think? What do you think? Do you like the Magic House by Cute Room? It's okay. Not my favorite magic house, not my best magic house, but a much bigger build than I anticipated. So with that, I do like it. And this garden gave me trepidation, but I think it turned out very, very wonderful. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would this be a build you'd want to do? Or did you get your fancy watching me do it? Yeah. All right, so I am not 100% sure what my next build is going to be. Usually I like to know, or I already know what I'm going to do next, and I'll tell you guys. But I don't actually know what I'm doing next. Just for the fact that I have another one still coming in that I don't, but it's already, it should be here any day now. I don't know if I want to wait for it or if I just want to jump into this other one. I don't know. I haven't decided. Let me know what you guys think, all right? Anyways, I hope you catch me on the next build when it will be a surprise, but I'll let you know what it is on that first video, okay? See you then. Thanks, guys. Bye.